Oh, dope. I don't want to put a lot of fluff in this. I just want to get straight to the point. So we're going to be doing a little series on purity. And a lot of it's going to center around sexual purity, of course, but also it's just going to focus around purity of mind. So making sure that we are conscious of what we are putting in our brain. And this is the stuff that I do in my own life, but this is not about me. This is about helping you and you changing your life and getting it to where you want to be in terms of the mental state that you want to be. So the first verse we're going to look at, because of course we're going to take things from the Bible because this is the primary content source we should be pulling our information from. 1 Corinthians 6:13 says, food is meant for the stomach, and the stomach for food. And God will destroy both one and the other. The body is not meant for sexual immorality, but for the Lord, and the Lord for the body. Let's just break that down. Right? Food is for the stomach, is stomach for food. Right? But the body, we need to be careful what we're doing with the body, because the body is a temple of God, and it is not meant to be doing sexually immoral things. The body is meant to honor God. We are meant to honor God. We are beings created in the image of God, in his likeness. We are not God, but we are like God so that God can interact with us. Right? When God created all the creation, he created the heavens and earth, he created the sea and the sky, he created the creatures that crawl on the land, he created the birds that fly, the fowl and fish from the water. And all those had a purpose and all those had a thing to do, but they couldn't appreciate God, they couldn't worship God, they couldn't have relationship with God because they were just creation. So he created something in his likeness, not God. He didn't create himself. He created something like God that had his likeness, that had his essence breathed into it, so that it could appreciate and have relationship with him. So we are set apart from that. And especially the sexual immorality bit is we need to honor God with our bodies. Now, this series here, right here, one of the important things for me was escaping pornography and escaping addiction to masturbation, right? God has set me free from that, and I know how amazing it is. And if you are struggling with that, if you are addicted to pornography or are you addicted to masturbation, right? It's a horrible place to be, and I doubt you want to be there. If you had the choice between being addicted to pornography, masturbation, or not being addicted to that and being set free from that, I'm pretty sure that you would choose to not be afflicted with that, but to choose freedom. Like, who wouldn't choose freedom? And it's not a place that you want to be. It's such a better place on the other side, on the side of freedom, the side of shackles falling off and you being free to roam and run around and be what you are supposed to be. And that is what God has done for me, and I want the same exact thing for you. So if you are struggling with pornography addiction or any sort of addiction to masturbation, I'm going to leave one of my phone numbers in the description box, and that is, it's anonymous. Okay, you don't have to say your name or anything, but I want to help other people escape this, because it is horrible to have to be stuck in. But let's just read that again real quick. 1 Corinthians 13, just to let it soak in. Food is meant for the stomach, and the stomach for food, and God will destroy both one and the other. The body is not meant for sexual immorality, but for the Lord, and the Lord for the body. This is crazy. Something else to pull from this is that God can literally destroy everything. He created everything. He can uncreate everything. Thank you, Victor, for that word. He can uncreate all of creation if he wants to. Boom, a snap of the finger. He spoke it into existence. He can unspeak it, and he can speak it into unexistence the same way. Just like that. He can. He doesn't need us. We need him. So let's keep our priorities straight and realize that when we're doing sexually immoral things, we're not just hurting ourselves, but we're dishonoring God in that. Because our body is meant for God, because he bought us with a price and he made us. So we are his. We're not our own. We don't have free reign over ourselves. We are not owners of ourselves. We are owned by the God of the universe. So we should honor him with our bodies in all regards. And this includes anything that you're putting in your brain, right? Like, I had to stop watching anime because anime it had too much sexual content. And that would make me think other things or want to go off and jerk off and do all that stuff. So I just stopped watching that completely. Now, sometimes it won't trigger you. Like, I can watch anime and it doesn't trigger me to go off and just go jack off and watch pornography. But in the past, it has been a big trigger. And so I don't want to put myself in situations in which I'm going to purposefully, it's going to be harder for me to resist. So I'm just not going to do it. Just don't do it. Right? Scrolling, maybe for you, it might be scrolling through Instagram. And then you see some like girl with some big booty, or you see some like workout video and she's like squeezing her glutes and whatever, and it looks amazing. You see a bunch of flesh, or you see a bunch of bikini girls or something. And then all of a sudden you find yourself on, on a pornographic website or jacking off or whatever. Like, find the things that trigger you and get rid of them, because we want to be honoring God with our body, and we don't want to have to be falling into this sexual immorality. Now, there's more that we're gonna read through here, but just from what we've gotten today, remember, food is for the stomach's for the food, but our body is for God. It's not for yourself to just pleasure yourself and do whatever you want with. Our bodies are for oh frick, oh that scared me. Our bodies are for God. Peace be with you today.